All right, it is NFL Combine season, ladies and gentlemen. We had on the field workouts today. We've got measurements, we've got interviews, and Malik Willis, the star breakout so far from the Combine, the new leader in the clubhouse to be the number one quarterback, taken off the board. I'm going to break down everything going on with the story as well as give you my 2 cents on the whole thing. But if you could first, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get these daily update videos, share this video with your friends. It really helps the channel out a lot. We are growing like crazy. All right, so former Liberty quarterback Malik Willis is absolutely blowing away coaches and execs during his meetings this week. Now, for those of you who don't know, Malik Willis, quarterback at Liberty University, was probably the number one quarterback coming into this past college football season. Really had a down year, though. If you look at it, there are some concerns with him. He had never had a 65% completion percentage in his 2 years as starter. Only 61% this year, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Really not good against lower competition. Liberty's independent, and they didn't play that good of a schedule this year. Now, his best team he played was at Ole Miss. They played a good game, but he had 0 touchdowns, 3 picks. So very concerning to see out of a guy that they wanted to see more from. Now, Hugh Freeze was his head coach at Liberty. Former SEC coach at Ole Miss, beaten Nick Saban multiple times, so he has an advanced offense. You just sometimes don't know at these really small schools. You can't always know what you're getting out of them. You can trust he's going to know some offense, complex offenses at least. Came out technically as a junior, but everyone got the free season due to COVID. But he's a super athlete. Guys think he has the highest potential ceiling, can run the ball, throw on the run. It's just, can he put it all together as a passer? But man, if you had any questions about him as a leader, this guy is blowing people away. The exec saying he exudes confidence. He thinks he should be the number one quarterback off the board. Now, it is going to be the first time since 2017 that a quarterback isn't going to be taken first overall. And that's just due to the teams that are picking at the top. Most of them have their quarterback of the future. Obviously, the Jaguars picking first. They're not giving up on Trevor Lawrence yet. Just picked him last year. So quarterbacks are going to be a little bit later this year. It's talked about being a very down class, but Malik Willis is flying up the boards now. He will throw on Wednesday, which people will love to see. Took a page out of Lamar Jackson's book and didn't run a 40-yard dash today. Don't blame him. He's blistering fast. Maybe you don't want to let people know you're that fast. Sometimes guys, look at Lamar. Lamar didn't run his 40. It helped him slide down the board, which was probably better for him. Sled to a good team like the Ravens. Plug and play, the best situation for him. You really don't want to improve your draft stock too much in these situations when you're a limited guy. Let's be honest here. Malik is limited as a passer, but they believe the sky is the limit for his athleticism and his potential. Really wowed coaches away with his interview process, blowing them away, they said. And that's great. You want to see that from a guy to take that lead, be the star-studded guy that says, hey, I'm in control. I'm a quarterback number one. You got to take me number one. But there's just some other great stuff that you're not going to really see on the tape, on the measurements. Look at this. Nobody's paying attention to him. Caught on the streets of Indianapolis. He's out here helping somebody who's having a tough time. He doesn't know he's being filmed, I don't think. I mean, this is just outside on Indianapolis. As Ryan Lacey said, no one saw him. And what you do when nobody is watching is what speaks volumes to me. Great. This shows he is a leader, a great human being, going out of his way to do the excess. I mean, he's going to be a first-round draft pick. Let's be real here. There's no reason he has to do any of this stuff. And, I can't say enough good things about this. I'm starting to really like him. I have my doubts as him as a quarterback. Could prove me wrong. I don't think he was very good at Liberty. I would like to see him dominate more. You can't be an inaccurate passer in today's NFL. You got to be a 70% clip guy. So maybe he needs some time to work on that. We've seen Trey Lance need some time. He got most of this year off. So if he goes to a better team that could afford to sit him for a year, I know a couple teams picking around 12 to 15 that might draft him, sit him a year, and then he takes over because they got quarterbacks on expiring contracts. So really great stuff. I'm now falling in love with this guy as a leader of men, and that's what you want out of a quarterback. Now, other guys absolutely blowing people away. This photo is crazy. Evan Neal, who might be your first overall pick from Alabama. Look at this. Good God. He is 6'7", 340, and he looks like this. Holy smokes. Look how he's carrying 340. Could play guard, could play tackle, versatile. Talked about how Larry Allen is his favorite player. But man, oh man, look at this athletic video here too. Him working out. Said he is not going to work out. Had a very long season at Alabama. Makes total sense. Obviously lost in the national championship game. He's going to be ready for their pro day coming up at the end of the month. Oh man, I would be licking my chops if I'm the Jacksonville Jaguars. Athletic offensive linemen are everything, and guys that are strong and carry themselves with that strength. I don't know what his bench press. I don't think he bench pressed either, but man, impressive from an offensive lineman. And now look at this. Calvin Austin, wide receiver, big sleeper. They thought another blow away combine, 39-inch vertical, 11 and 3 inches broad, and a 4.3 240 is absolutely blistering. Problem is, he's only 5'7", he's 173. Put this man in the slot, and oh dear God, we have some problems. Who's going to cover that? I mean, yeah, he might get bullied a little physical, but you can't touch receivers anymore. So flying up the draft boards, massive, massive day. Now, there were some downsides to some guys today. Kenny Pickett, the other potential top quarterback, only measuring an 8.5-inch hand size. For those of you who don't know, hand size is a big deal with quarterbacks. Now, not everyone's got big hands, but you'd like a quarterback to have bigger hands. I mean, Joe Burrow only had 9-inch hands, and he famously said, I guess I'm going to retire from the NFL because I found out I can't play with only 9-inch hands. Absolutely hilarious. He made it to the Super Bowl, but it is a little concerning. Now, there is a wrinkle to this with Kenny Pickett. He's apparently double jointed in his thumb, so his thumb doesn't point the right way. It only points straight up, but when they measure it, it's not going to point straight. But it's big to grip the football. He's got extra grip on it, which, hey, if you can get extra grip and extra angles to grip onto the football, that's going to cover up for any lacks you might have in hand size, because that's the whole point of hand size, is be able to hang onto the football when it's cold, when big grown-ass men are hitting your ass to the ground. Got to be able to hold on to that football. So it's not all doom and gloom for Kenny Pickett. It's just an interesting wrinkle that everybody's talking about, that I think is being a little bit overplayed. But yeah, still tons of more workouts to happen this week from some guys. Who else is going to shine? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who's going to be the number one pick in the draft coming up? Who do you think is going to blow people away? Are there any sleepers you guys know about that nobody's talking about really? Again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, share this video with your friends, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.